This is Scott the Fix-It Guy, and today we're dealing with a Frigidaire oven door where the glass is broken on the inside. So we're going to be replacing one of the glass pieces. So there's three of them all together, but the one on the inside closest to where things are cooking shattered. It's like safety glass in a car. So we're going to replace it. Here's the part number for the piece of glass that we're going to replace. We've got the oven door removed by lifting up on the little latches. And now we're just going to remove 6 perimeter screws from the top and the bottom. 3 on the bottom, 3 on the top. These are the 3 on the bottom. These are just Phillips head screws. And once we spin them out, that's going to allow us to separate the two halves of the oven door. This is pretty common for a lot of different brands of oven doors. Usually have 3 layers of glass. And the one closest to where things cook is usually the one that'll break. So here's the 3 screws on the top. It's kind of good when you take these out to place them on the floor so that you kind of remember which screws go where. This repair won't take you very long. It's good to have a little bit of glass cleaner like Windex and paper towels ready so you can clean the glass sections when you have them open. Sometimes grease and stuff builds up on the inside. So we're separating those 2 halves now because we got the 6 screws out. Taking the front panel off. And we're just work with this blue panel, the back panel. The front panel, which can just put it over in a safe place. This one, we're just going to move out of the way. We're going to clean that one later too. Make sure we get all the glass clean. I want to set it on a nice flat surface. And we need to disassemble this one. So we're going to take out a few screws here on the top, just 3. And then there's going to be some screws on the sides that we'll take out too. So here's the ones on the sides. I'm going to take out this one at the top and one at the bottom. That whole side panel just comes right off. Set that off to the side. We'll do the same thing on the other side. The one on the bottom. Again, these are all just Phillips head screws. One at the top. There we go. I'm going to separate these 2 halves. And there's some fireproofing type of insulation that you got to be kind of careful about. You got to just make sure that you get it back into position. It'll tend to move around. It can kind of stick to the blue enameled side. So we're going to just push that back into position, and we're going to take a standard head screwdriver and pry out all the broken glass that still remained on the bottom. We want to get all this area super clean before we install the new piece of glass. Just pry that stuff out. Now we've got some Windex. We're going to clean the front panel glass. We're going to clean the bottom panel. This is the glass that's going to be right next to the glass plate we're going to put in. Sometimes you need something even stronger than Windex because you'll have grease in there that's accumulated over the years. So just take your time, do a good job to get it really clean so it'll look really nice and brand new when you put it back together. Just going to wipe off the Windex on the front panel.
Such a nice place to live. I've just been lucky as a kid growing up here and just always being in the Bay Area. Yeah. Oh, but San Diego beaches
Here's
are
a
definitely
new
better.
sheet of glass. We're just going to set it right down in there. And now we're going to put the two halves back together. So on the Frigidaire door, this silver plate is going to drop down into the blue enamel plate. At the bottom, there's two little kind of metal hooks that fit over. You got to make sure you line those up. We're going to go ahead and put these screws in on the side. Put that side panel back into position. We're just screwing it back in. It's a pretty simple repair, just a little bit tedious because of the need to clean the glass so well, and also there's a lot of fasteners, so it kind of slows it down, but pretty simple. We'll put the other side panel on there. We already put 3 screws in the top to help hold the two sections together. The bottom part is just held together by 2 metal clips, but the sides and the top have the Phillips head screws that hold it together. Here we go, got the one on the bottom. Oh yeah, now we're doing the ones on the top. So there's 3. You have to push the 2 plates together so the holes line up. We can go ahead and put in one of the Phillips head screws. So the bigger of the 3 Phillips head screws, that one goes in the center. Those all tightened up. And now we can put this back panel together again with the front panel. Got the front panel nice and clean. There we go. Just get everything lined up. Get the bottom ones all done. Now we'll put the 3 on the top. Get those all tight. And now we're going to reinstall the door. So we're just going to push these hinge prongs into the slots in the frame. And we'll let the door settle down at 90 degrees. We'll push the attachments back in to lock it. And we got it. We got a nice looking door. Works great. So thanks so much for watching our video, and please subscribe when you get a chance. Thank you.